Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Elma. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. You've seen it from the titles. Today I'm going to be sharing some of my favorites, beauty and skincare. So if it's something you're interested in, just keep on watching. Also, if you haven't done it already, please subscribe to my channel. Let's get into it. I gotta tell you something I could do. So I'm gonna start off with makeup and then move on to skincare. The first thing I want to talk about are the Melt Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes. I have a couple. I have two more in the back there, but I want to talk about these three because if I'm not mistaken, they're still all available. So the first one I want to talk about, and I actually mentioned this in my top 5 neutral eyeshadows palette to check out. I'll leave a link to that video in the cards up here if you're interested. But it is the Rust palette. It's a very basic eyeshadow palette. What I love about Melt eyeshadows in general is that although it's not the most beginner friendly formula, I find that once you've mastered it, you're just gonna like fall in love with it. They are super duper pigmented. What you see in the pan is what you get on the eyes, and their shimmers are just like out of this world. Like, can we take a moment to just fabulous? And this is another palette from theirs. Yeah, She's in Parties. It's more of a purpley vibe. Love this so much as well. They have the most, like, can we look at this? It's super duper pigmented. You're never disappointed by what you get. And also there's something about this eyeshadow palettes being super sleek that I thoroughly enjoy. So this is my latest edition. I haven't yet used this as much, but there are some upcoming looks. I do have a look on my Instagram. If you're interested, you want to go check it out. It's at Elrosaddiction, so definitely check me out on Instagram if you haven't. I have like dope looks like this one, by the way. And so yeah, this is the latest one. This is the Mary Jane palette. The reason why I took it is because it is so out of my field. I'm into like all the warm tones and everything, but you're gonna see the correlation very soon. Ironically enough, when it comes to jewelry, I love silver opposed to gold, and for some reason, like more silvery things, they fit me more for like certain things, and I was scared this might be too cascady ready, and that's why I've always strayed away from these kinds of palette. But we're in 2021. Brands now, when it comes to formula and, you know, getting things right, when they do get things right, they know what they're doing. And this, even if you are warm tone like I am, comes out really beautifully. I'll definitely be doing more looks with this palette because it's just like a dream to work with, especially when you know, mastered it. I will give it that. It's not the easiest formula to work with if you're kind of like a noob to makeup, but if you're not, this anything Melt Cosmetics eyeshadows, I stand them. Might I say that they're my favorite eyeshadow formula? I think I just might. Take note. So we're gonna move on to something a little bit more colorful, but still for the eyes. I got this, I want to say, during my break when I was away, and the reason why I got this is because 1, it's been on my list for a long ass time. 2, they came out with like palettes, and 3, they finally came out with like a primary palette, so you can mix and match. So if you don't know these are the Super Beauty UV Hydra Effects palette. So what it is, it's basically a palette like this, and you activate it with water in a separate, you know, component, and it comes with a little brush, which is like amazing, and so, you know, it can create eye look. So I finally, because the primaries came out, I finally decided to purchase all 3 of them. Funnily enough, this week they had a giveaway on their Instagram, and I won the giveaway, so I'm gonna be getting some extra Hydra lines, so I am not mad at it at all. So what I actually have on my eyes right now is this color over here called Cuddle Cake. So this is the UV Taffies, so they're way more pastel-y, so I really like this a lot. But if you have like the white, because normally they also come like in like singles, and I think the white one is called like Space Panda. You know, you can mix and everything, which is like freaking amazing. This is another one. I haven't dug in it yet too much, but like I'm eyeing like this orange. Like it doesn't show here, but it's like actually super bright. And this is the UV Brights. Actually, it's called UV Brights. Oh yeah, before I forget, these are actually like UV kind of like, it comes with this, and you know, like they're UV activated and shit, so like they change color with the light, all that. So yeah, this one is called UV Brights, and they've been out for a little while, but recently they came out with the primaries, which I was like, guys, come on, come out with the primaries, because you know me, I'm more like a soft glam. This is kind of like out of my comfort zone, but I'm trying to, you know, try new things. So when they came out with this was what was like the catalyst that made me purchase all three, because I didn't want to buy like the singles. I don't know if I'm making sense, especially if there are palettes and like it's not too much of my thing. I think that this is a more approachable approach to these. And so yeah, I got the primaries, and of course the amazing thing with the primaries is you can get all these colors just by mixing and matching. So it takes me back to my art class days, so thoroughly enjoying. But yeah, this is what I did with it. Next up, and I'm not saying this because I won the giveaway, I've just been really enjoying them and I happen to win a giveaway, so disclosure. So I'm gonna move on to foundation, and I have two foundations for you that are so up my alley. If you've been vibing with me for a while, you already know kind of what this is gonna be. The first one I want to talk about is the Huda Beauty Full Filter Skin Finish Buildable Coverage Foundation Stick. I actually have a review of this on my channel, so definitely check it out on the cards. My color, you know what, go watch the review for the color shade range. Petty like that. Anyway, this is amazing. If you love medium coverage, skin-like finish, just like slapping it on your face and you know, you just look like flawless, and it's kind of like buildable, this is for you. And the shade range for Huda Beauty, not gonna lie, is pretty good, if I might say so. She's really, you know, tweaked some things here and there, and this is one of the products that I'm so happy she came out with, because we all know and love Huda Beauty for, you know, that Arabian vibe where it's like, you know, full beat makeup, all that, but she knows that we're low-key moving away from all of that. But even though she did come back with a reformulation of her first full filter foundation without scent, this also does not have scent, and I will recommend you check out my video talking about it. But yeah, this is a foundation I've been grabbing for. It's so easy to apply, it stays on so long throughout the day, very comfortable, and yeah, one of my favorite currently. Like, it's either I'm wearing this, either I'm wearing the Fenty Beauty Easy Drop. Also, I do have a review on that, check it out in the cards. But yeah, the Easy Drop, amazing. Same kind of shtick of like easy to apply, very comfortable on the skin, you don't feel it, especially if you're into like no makeup. This is amazing. You have that little, this does not claim in no way, shape or form to have its light coverage, but watch my my video where I'm talking about it. I show you like a little way around how you can, you know, get some coverage a little bit. But yeah, most definitely the Ease Drop is really amazing. Also, I love the packaging of this. Like, I find that these two are like super easy to slap on, go on, do your thing. Super nice. And even though I am like into full glam and all that most times, I want to look put together, but I don't want to feel like I'm put together. These freaking amazing, highly recommend. I fell back in love with the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. So I think Jackie Aina was talking, I don't remember what the video was, but she made this joke about how they were like, no, it's Radiant Creamy Concealer, not Creamy Radiant Concealer or something. And it had me thinking, and around that time there was also the VIB sale, and I was like, you know what, it's been a hot minute since I've had this in my rotation. I'm always, you know, looking for new things, but there are some things that I'm like, wait a minute, but I remember actually really thoroughly enjoying this. So I did repurchase. My shade is in Ginger. It's really like super brightening, but like one thing I love about this is like, okay, listen, the doe foot applicator is super thin. Really appreciate it because I don't apply as much under my eyes as I used to. Like, it's so funny because when I own this and how I apply my makeup now, the application is so different, but I still enjoy it as much. So super beginner friendly from back to 2016 till today. I vouch for this. This is amazing. Also, if I'm not mistaken, they they also extended the shade range since I had it like back in 2016, so not mad at repurchasing this at all. Very comfortable under the eye, does not crease, very radiant, because actually like the other day I was doing my makeup and like really looking up close, you know sometimes you have those days, and it was actually like super bright under there. So I ended up actually going for my Pat McGrath. I know it's not the packaging, guys, y'all know I hate the packaging of this Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes, so I ended up actually going for this under eye setter because I didn't want to brighten it even more. But yeah, super, and also this combination really nice also, just saying. But yeah, anyway, the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, definitely check it out. And OG that I'm happy is back in my rotation. Next off, we're gonna go in with bronzing sculpting product. Y'all know I'm always giving Patrick Ta the biz. I always have some sly little something to say. I don't remember if I kept it in my videos, but definitely like I know. So far, I've not been impressed by the first iteration of the lip glosses. I have not been that impressed, even though with time, I will admit, I have come around to understanding the product a little bit more when it comes to the brow waxing. I still love the So Brows over the Patrick Ta, but I have found a way to make it work, okay? I've found a way to make it work. The blushes, the first iteration of the blushes, I actually did like those. So I ended up getting the one with like the cream and the blush. I actually like that too. But I'm going to be talking about the cream contour and powder bronze duo. Listen, this is so good. Did I pay for the brush? Fuck no, why would I? Anyway, this, I really love it. So if you're my skin tone, this combo is like the perfect thing. This contour color is like cool, so you can actually like sculpt and, you know, add some dimension to the face. And the bronzer is like nice and warm, and there are like tiny little specks of like something in there that just makes you like shine. Oh my god. Okay, so this is really good. Do I think that he maybe needs to, you know, extend the range? Because sometimes these makeup artists, they be coming out with some things and you're just like, you're an MUA, you're in the front line, you know that, you know. But however, if you are, I feel bad sometimes for recommending things that are not like universal for everybody, like truly, so like, but I do need to talk about this. If you are my skin tone, definitely check it out. It is amazing, like the formula, like how this blends so nicely. So I rotate between these two brushes, but I must say I much prefer using it with like this hair bristle brush thing. I will not say the name of this brand because I don't support them anymore. Anything this kind, nice dome, you can really get in there, pinch it if you need to, you know, get like super sculpted and then blend it up. Ooh, amazing. And oh my god, the OCD in me truly him and Natasha Denona, they do this thing where they like put a little plastic mishi over the cream. Babette. Moving on to blush, guys. Am I really showing you a drugstore blush? Am I late to the game? Most definitely. But it is what it is. Listen, my friend D recommended me this blush and I got it, and honestly I'm not mad. Luminoso by Milani. Listen, why have I been sleeping on this? It is the most beautiful corally goldy pinky blush that doesn't cost an arm and a leg like freaking Nars. I say this, but there's more Nars products to come, but this, oh my god, this is so good. Very luminous, gives you that like bounce, you know, and it's actually very pigmented, so I would recommend you go in lightly, but top notch, plus drugstore. So moving on to highlighter. Listen, although we wear masks, okay, I find that I have moved my highlighter to just a little higher. Not mad at it, giving me a lift. You know, when you're reaching 30, everything starts to, anyway. However, since it's not like I'm going anywhere, like most time, you know, I have the highlighter for the gram and everything, but I mean like on a daily when I'm out and about, what kind of highlighter do I go for? Most often than not, it's a cream, it's a liquid, because I find it just like melts into the skin better. It's more natural, and especially if you know you're going for like a no makeup look, there's something about how powder highlighter sits over those kinds of foundation opposed to, you know, cream and liquid highlighters. And for me, when I'm going for that no makeup but I still want to glow look, I want a highlighter that's not going to be overpowering, but that's still gonna catch the light and just feel like skin. And also I want a highlighter that's flexible, that's buildable, that I can go like really tiny of like, oh, I'm shy, I just want to like glow, or I can pile on but not look like a tin woman. Anyway, point is, the highlighter I'm looking for is the Rare Beauty liquid luminizer. This color in particular is in a Flaunt. I'm debating on whether or not I should get another one. Like, I think it's like the one that's more goldy. This one is just like perfect for my skin tone, and the doe foot applicator on this is beautiful. I do recommend you blend it with your fingers though. Like, that's, I find, the best blend. It's a finger blend, but really love this. It's everything I described. This is what I'm talking about. So if you haven't had the chance to check this out yet, what are you waiting for? Get our highlight right. And this is really nice, and they have a beautiful shade range of highlighters. So yeah, highly recommend. Last but definitely not least, in the category of makeup, I'm gonna be talking about, honestly, Nars. I think Nars is a brand that I really love. Also, this is for the universe. If you're listening, take notes. Anyway, these are quite new. They are the soft matte tinted lip balm, and I got the color Brief Encounter. They actually look very similar, but I promise you they're not the same at all. So this is Brief Encounter, and it looks like this. So it's like just perfect. And then you have Unrestricted. You know what? When it comes to names of stuff, Nars always comes through. So this is Unrestricted. So basically what I got was a brownie nude and a mauvey pinky nude, and these are so perfect because they're a bit sheer. Yeah, they really have like this lip balmy consistency, very comfortable on the lip. I find that they're not super glossy. It's really like kind of like a powdered balm. It's very beautiful, especially when you do that little like smudge bitten kiss thing. Amazing. I will say though, however, like if you're going off the Sephora website, I do not find the colors to be the best representation of what I got. I was a little bit surprised. I expected them to be a little lighter from the pictures I saw on Sephora. I'm not disappointed. Like, I'm happy, you know, but just keep that in mind whenever you're purchasing. So yeah, there are 6 shades in there. I might grab like 2 more because you're very comfortable on the lips. They're so beautiful. And again, I'm always on that no makeup. It keeps me hydrated, but it also adds like some kind of wash of color, so whenever it is that I remove the mask, I'm like, ah, my lips are popping. That is that. Now, moving on to skincare, I have 3 products to talk to you about, and I'm gonna go on a mini rant, so prepare yourself. Also, if you haven't seen it already, last week's video was my morning skincare routine, so definitely check it out. I'll leave it in the cards. First thing I want to talk about is a cleanser. Okay, oh my god, guys, oh, listen, let me tell you this story if you haven't heard it already, and I'm sorry for anybody out there whose holy grail product is the Cerave hydrating cleanser. Cerave has been, you know, popping here and there. I've heard from the grapevine you have some celebrities who say, oh my god, Cerave, amazing, la 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 la. And also like on skincare, you know, skincare addict thingy on Reddit, people are like, yeah, Cerave, la la la, it's amazing, blah blah blah. So long story short, I tried Cerave because I was, you know, in the drugstore. I was due a new cleanser. I was like, listen sis, I'm tired of buying high-end cleanser. Like, what's the freaking deal? Let me just try this. Let me see what the hype's about. I was so freaking happy. Got the big bottle too. So upon first little pump on my hand, the texture to me was like, what's going on? what is this texture? But then again, I told myself, listen, Elma, it's okay. When you first tried the Ordinary Squalane cleanser, you didn't like the texture, you didn't like any of it, so let it sit, let it grow on you. So I was like, cool, let me let it grow on me. Plus my skin at the time, I don't know if I think I have pictures, I'll put pictures. Plus my skin at the time was doing like pretty good because I was like on my skincare, and then all of a sudden I had like pimples, things, shit coming. I was just like, what in the world is going on? So Elma, you know, Google, is there like a purging period with the cleanser? Because like that could be a thing, right? And I'm the kind of person who usually gives skincare a good 3 weeks before I truly make my opinion on it, right? 1 week in, breakout, 2 weeks in, not ending. Yeah, long story short, broke me out and I stopped using it. Within, I want to say 4 days of me stopping to use like the cleanser, the breakouts has like kind of like subsided. The texture was still there, still is like this. That shit made me like textured, and I was like, listen, it's time for me to go back to the mothership. Went to Sephora and I grabbed the Tatcha rice wash. Amazing. A little, and it has like that Tatcha scent, you know, the one you get in like all their products there, but not overpowering, but still making you feel the feels. A little goes a long way. This foams up and lathers up really nicely, very gentle on the skin, because that's the thing. After the Cerave, my skin was so sensitive. I tried doing like, you know, my regular nighttime skincare, tried to put some little retinol, you know, get that going, get my AHAs going, like, you know, try to help the situation. My skin was not having it, so I was like, oh my god, am I just gonna be using water to clean my face until the pain subsides? Also removes everything. I obviously, like at night, especially when I've done makeup like this, I always do like a double cleanse, but like does a great. And this in the morning too, amazing. Does not strip your skin from anything. I have dry skin, if you don't know, so this freaking amazing, highly recommend. I think that I'm just gonna be buying this from now on because like it's so very gentle on the skin, and I'm, you know, I do like my little massage for like 50 seconds. It's really nice, and the texture of it is very interesting because it's, I don't want to use the word grainy, but it's not a smooth texture, so you feel like it's really like breaking down, but not in an aggressive way. I'm not saying that this is like an exfoliator or anything, no. You just have like slight little texture to it that makes it so that like when you're using it, you really feel that it's like truly breaking down everything, and I highly recommend. Next off, I'm gonna be talking about the Caudalie Vino Perfect Concentrated Brightening Essence. This was actually recommended to me by my good friend Sophia Tim here on YouTube. I'll be leaving a link to her videos in my description box so you can check her out. Also her link to her Instagram, because her feed a vibe. Okay, the Vino Perfect from Caudalie Essence is basically the rescue. Basically, I swear, after that Cerave nonsense happening, hey, whoo, the way products came through for me, I cannot say thank you enough. But definitely this has helped with the dullness of my skin, with the texture in my skin, with dark spots also. Oh my god, when I remove my makeup, like the way my dark spots has starting to fade. Expensive glass bottle, but freaking amazing. Oh my god, this is amazing. It really makes me want to try other Caudalie things. Plus they've rebranded. There's something about the rebrand that just zhuzhes everything up, and you're just like, I'm gonna check for you. Anyways, amazing, highly recommend. Been loving. Last but definitely not least, I have to talk about this, and I did talk about it in my last video, and that is the Hydro Visor from Fenty Skin. So the thing is, a lot of Fenty Skin stuff, not really my vibe. However, I am on top of the SPF. I don't know what team you are on, chemical, non-chemical. Listen, when you're melaninated, okay, and you don't want to look like a casket ready person, I'm gonna go chemical. It is what it is. The Fenty Skin Hydro Visor is amazing because not only is it, you know, a moisturizer, it also has SPF, and I apply a ton. And you know, you gotta reapply your SPF, but TBH, I'm not the best at it always, but I really love this because it's really a 2-in-1, especially for those lazy days where I just don't think about like putting on SPF. Yes, those happen. don't judge me, you know what happens to you too. Anyway, this comes in handy. Love the scent of it. Super moisturizing, hydrating throughout the day. The SPF in there really does blend into your skin. No flashbacks, no white cast. Love it. SPF 30 on this, so really great. You know, obviously we apply, but when you're applying this, I apply this as if I was applying actual SPF. So like, you know, 2 fingers will slather it on my face, down my neck, décolletage, especially if like me. I know all of us over here, like I see my analytics, we're like what, 70%, 25, 30 and above. Yes, we are. So that means don't forget your décolletage, okay? Because that's where the aging begins to be seen. Definitely would recommend. So those are my current favorites. I don't want to say like monthly favorites because it's not for me. Like that whole monthly favorite vibe always gave you that like I gotta buy, I gotta have new faves. Listen, old faves, new faves, who cares? If your faves, and these are my faves. And I would love to know what yours are. Please comment below. I love reading your comments, and like this video if you enjoyed watching this. So yeah, definitely check out the videos I talked about in the cards, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. Hit that notification bell so you're notified when I have new videos that pop up. And yeah, check out the cards that just popped up also on the screen, and I will see you next time. Bye.